right, so I think that the name of this episode is Fashion Forward. But if it's not right, I'll just change it later. But as of right now, it's going to be called Fashion Forward. I think that's the name of it. I had some issues like finding the title of this episode for some reason, because on the show when I was watching it, they didn't show the title, whatever, in the info. Anyway, all right. So the beginning of the episode started out with Lil Fizz and Moniece. Apparently the whole co-parenting thing is working out. They're getting along quite well, and they're going school shopping for the little boy. He's turning, I guess he's 4 or 5, and he's getting ready to go to kindergarten. So the little Cam is growing up. Yum, 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 yum. He's so cute. When I actually look at Cam, he looks like Lil Fizz, but I can see Moniece in him as well. Like when he smiles, he looks like Moniece to me. Anyway, I didn't show the little boy in the episode. I'm just saying. All right. So they ended up talking and all this, and since Miss Nikki Baby can't do Lil Fizz video for his song, I believe it's called Good Lotion, Bad Lotion. Either way, it's not gonna sell lotion. And they're sitting around and they're talking about it, and so he wants to Lil Fizz, since Miss Nikki Baby, since she can't do it, he decides to ask Moniece. He was like, "Baby mama, can you do this video for me?" She was just like, "What? I can't believe it. We've, really came a long way in this and that." And so anyway, she agrees to be in the video. All right. A little later on, uh, Fizz and Moniece, they're doing the video. Moniece looked beautiful in the video. I actually think Moniece is a beautiful girl. Um, but she's just, she's batshit crazy. But I still like her. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm a little off too. But I really do like, she got a whole lot of issues, Moniece. But I still like her at the end of the day. I don't know. Whatever. But they're the video shoot, and I guess, they wrapped up the video shoot, or, they was taking a break. Moniece and Fizz, they sit down and have a conversation. Moniece reveals she's actually um still in love with Fizz, and that she still has feelings for Fizz, and she just has this vision of them all being together as a family. She got with Fizz when she was like 21, 22 years old, and she thought this was going to be the man that she was going to spend the rest of her life with, and Fizz was just blown away. Earlier, Monique, she decided to talk to Tiara about that whole thing. Anyway, I'll get to that in a second. But continuing on with Fizz and Moniece, Fizz was just, totally shocked by the news, and he was just like, "Really, you want to get back together with me? Like, that's just crazy." And Moniece was like, "Do you ever have feeling? Have you ever had thoughts about that? About the way that things used to be?" Fizz was just like, no, not really. Because I fell out of love with you about like 5 years ago. Damn. And so, um, her face was just cracked pretty much. She just started crying and all that, and he was just like, "Look, I agree. I still got love for you, but we just need to co-parent and just be there for Cameron, and just be cool with each other." And I think that's enough. And he was pretty much just like, "Well, you just have to deal with that." He didn't say that, but I'm just saying that was pretty much it. So Fizz is not in love anymore with Moniece and Niece, and they get up and hug and all that. But going back to Tiara and Moniece earlier, when she was telling Tiara about it, she was just like, "Yeah, I'm in love with him," and they was trying on clothes and stuff. Of course, Tiara couldn't fit anything, so she just sat her ass in the chair. And one thing I can say is that when Tiara was sitting in that chair, when they had the camera on her, Tiara looked beautiful. I think Tiara's a pretty girl. Like, she's so crazy to go out and get surgery. She wasn't even that big. Like, it's so sad the how society is and how she felt like she needed to do that. And but I ain't seen no weight loss yet, but we'll see. Um, so they're talking, and Tiara mentions to Moniece about the fact that the whole thing that happened at the fashion show, at the fitting, with Princess and Hazel and Nikki and Milan, and how she was just kind of like shocked, and they had all took over and everything, and her and Hazel got into it and all that. They brought Princess on, which was backstabbing to her. And so Moniece was just like, "Revenge plot, let's go." She's, Moniece, she's off the chain. On a serious note, Brandy, little crazy Brandy, she finds out that her sister has MS, her little sister, and Max Lux tell her, and it was just a very shocking scene. It was quite sad. Um, I'm praying for her sister and the family, and I hope they're okay. But they showed, I believe that was their mother and the grandma, because Brandy went over the house. I thought that Brandy was black and Asian. That would explain why she's a little off. Being black and Asian, child, that's a whole lot going on up there. So, yeah, she, and when you look at her, she does look Asian. You can tell she's black, obviously, but she looks Asian. You look at her, and plus her frame, she's very small or whatever. And I was just like, okay, I wonder if that's her hair, all of it. But yeah, so I'm praying for the family. Ray J meets with Max Lux. Speaking of Max Lux, and they're sitting around and talking, and Max he's trying to talk some sense into Ray J head. Ray J was just like, you know what? I got all this ass, this scattered ass, all around everywhere, but all I want is princess. All I want is the princess. And princess, she's working on a fashion show. She's apparently about her business now. She's not paying Ray J any attention and all that, answering phone calls, text, emails, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, God, Snapchat. None of that. She's not doing any of that. So a little later on, Ray J comes over and he meets with Princess, and they sit and talk and have a conversation. And Princess told him that she went to go see her dad, who she didn't see in who she ain't seen in like 10 years. How old are you, Princess? Or did they put you out on the streets? Like, did you leave home? Like, what happened? Because I don't think you're that old, young lady, to not see your dad in 10 years. So, trying to think, that obviously mean that you was gone since you was like a teenager. But anyway, she was just like, seeing him really made me realize how I treat you in different things. It's always a reason why anybody acts the way that they act, or there's just always a reason for everything. Nobody's born a certain, nobody's born mean or whatever, or racist or whatever. All that's just taught and learned throughout the years. But as you become an adult, you need to become more aware of different things and different people in the world yourself. Like, I understand you've been raised a certain way, or whatever. I'm getting off topic now, but I understand you've been raised a certain way, to think a certain way, or your experiences growing up or whatever. But as you become older, you just need to explore life and explore your mind, and just open up your mind a little bit, that everybody's not like you, or think the way that you think, or do things that you do. All right. So let's see. What else, you guys? Um, hmm. Was that pretty much it? Did Lil Fizz and Nicki meet up? Yeah, actually, after the whole video shoot with Moniece, Nicki was like, "Yeah, I just saw Moniece or whatever leave," and Nicki's ass look horrible in jeans. It's funny. Um, but she was just like, "Yeah, I just saw Moniece leave," and Fizz had to tell somebody, so he decided to tell his girlfriend, this Nicki baby, that his baby mama still got feelings for him. What mess, 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 mess. So he told Miss Nicki baby, the mouth of LA. And Nicki's reaction was, you know what, I'm not gonna send in the way of that love. If he feels the same way, then I'm gonna push that aside. They still got a baby together. There's always gonna be a connection. It's just like, I'm not a selfish person and all that, so I just step aside. So maybe she does have like some morals, and maybe Miss Nikki Baby is a decent human being underneath all that. Maybe. All right. So let's see, you guys. All right, let's just get to the fashion show. So everybody's at the fashion show. Princess Milan, Hazel, and Nikki. Miss Nikki Baby. They at the fashion show, and Miss Nikki, not Hazel, she's outside, making sure everybody has their little program and all that, making sure everything is all together. So all of a sudden, Tiara decides to text Hazel, and Hazel, she just got upset by the text. She was just like, I'm not putting up with Tiara's shit today, and I'm just leaving. After Hazel did all that work, after Hazel um basically told Tiara and Nikki that she would help with the fashion show because they didn't know what the hell they was doing. Plus, Tiara was still stitched up on the bed, couldn't move. And she basically was like, "Look, I'm gonna help y'all hoes out," and this and that. After she did all that, she decided to leave. I thought that was completely wrong. One positive though was I thought that Hazel looked absolutely beautiful in this episode. That scene on the steps, she looked gorgeous. I don't know if it was the light. She looked great in the episode. In this episode, so did Miss Nikki, baby. Actually, still stiff in the face, but she looked great. Um, so Milan's messy ass. Um, and he just left again, y'all. So Milan, he's just like, um, he decides to tell Princess and them. They was just like, well, we the ones got the fashion line. Let her ass leave, whatever. So Moniece and Tiara, they've been deciding how they're gonna get back at the girls and Milan. And basically Tiara just bum rushed a fashion show with her stuff, and Princess and Hazel, Princess and Tiara, it kind of got into it with the war of words. They was trying to be professional, but of course it didn't come off like that because they're not. And Miss Nikki just standing there, not saying nothing. Milan tries to diffuse the situation and all that. Um, a little later on, everybody meets up. Basically they were saying, I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. I have a lot on my mind right now, you guys. So basically, they all meet up a little later on. Nikki tries to put together a bury the hatchet thing. But Miss Nikki, baby, is. I see. Who I really want Tiara to get is Nikki. I really do. Um, because I'm sick of her and Princess getting into it. I mean, for what? All right. So it's Milan, it's Moniece, it's Tiara, it's Mystique Baby, and in walks Princess. I don't really understand why Milan was there. Milan's just being a messy gay. Like, seriously, there was no reason as to why he's there. Nobody disrespected him. This situation didn't have anything to do with him. It was with these girls. Like, he was just being messy. So they started talking, Princess and Tiara, and actually it was Nikki first, and she was just like, it was just crazy. I'm gonna conduct myself as a professional as I always have, and whatever. And then Milan was just like, how you stormed into the place, Tiara. It was just disrespectful. Tiara apologized and she agreed that it was disrespectful. She was just like, yeah, yeah. Princess was just like, look, are we gonna be fighting all the time? We're both doing fashion. We both need to get along. We're both in the same industry. And Tiara was just like, all right, cool, whatever. But Tiara very much so made it clear that I'll fight you every time I see you. So, boom. That's what bitter people do who hold grudges. All right, so then uh, Moniece decides to interject, and her exact words was, she was talking to Tiara. She was like, "Would you ever expect for me to invite your arch nemesis to a fitting?" And of course, there was a shot at Princess because if you notice, during the whole daytime meetup with all the girls, when Princess decided to punch Tiara, Moniece threw a drink on her. So Princess was kind of upset and irritated that Moniece was even there. So Moniece gave that comment, and Princess was just like, "Shut up, bitch!" And did you throw a drink on me and Milan? Well, why she mad? And Milan, she threw a drink on my friend. I've never seen Milan and Princess together throughout this whole season. Have y'all? Besides recently, like I haven't. I thought he was best friends with Hazel, but whatever. Um, so Princess decided to throw a drink, and Moniece throws a drink back, and it was just crazy. Next episode is Nikki and Moniece is gonna get into it. Nikki's gonna talk to Rich Dollars because Moniece revealed in this episode that she's still in love with Fizz or got feelings for him. So Nikki's gonna make it her business to talk to Rich Dollars. She's messy. She's the Carly Red of this franchise. Seriously, she's just messy. That was my review, guys. Tell me what you guys thought about this review. I did my best. And all that good stuff. I love you guys to pieces. I truly appreciate all of my subscribers and anybody who just takes the time out to watch me. I really appreciate you guys. Um, and holding it down and sticking with me and all the comments and all that good stuff. Like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Whose side are y'all on? Let me know.